graduation to me. I didn't graduate from college or high school. Well, I did at one time, but I am dressed like this because my son technically is finished with college. So to all of you who are celebrating similar milestones, you can ask the same question I'm asking. What are we going to nag about now? Anyhow, all right, it's wine time. I'll let you know I am under here. I'm still wearing our shelter in place wine time sip edition. You know, everyone thinks shelter in place is over, and technically they call it stay at home. You can do some things, but the goal is to stay at home, and I have to tell you, for fun, no, actually, just to be safe, my husband and I went down and we had our little nasal swab test today, just because we all are out and about, and if you're in Yolo County, it's free and easy access to get the test, so no problem. I mean, if you've had a hard sneeze, that's what you're dealing with in terms of discomfort. What am I drinking tonight? Oh, and by the way, again, this shelter-in-place t-shirt will someday be washed, and I will someday take it off for wine time. But this is from R Cubed in, Sacramento. R Cubed Lifestyle, and they are open. I went with my husband last week to Napa. We went on Sunday, and we went to a curbside pickup at Brown Estate in Napa, downtown. This is a 2017 Zinfandel that I'm trying for the very first time. It's very, very good. And the reason I chose this vineyard, and I'm going to be taking a little tasting adventure with them for the next month, is they are the first and only Black-owned estate winery in Napa. And so I'm very eager to try their wines and support them. Very good. Okay, behind me is a little story. This is a banner. You know, we really can't do graduations, but we did celebrate our son's last night. He graduated from University of Oregon. And this banner, you can't see from the top, but it says, "Congratulations, Chase." It's folded over our TV. But this was produced by Ink Monkey in Davis, and I gotta hand it to them. My gosh, the supply chain has really been disrupted with all of this. And so sometimes things are happening with vendors that wouldn't normally happen. The banner was to come in yesterday, and when it didn't, Ink Monkey moved heaven and earth to find another vendor to make it happen in 3 hours. I mean, that means a lot as a mother, because what we had was like a little distanced, not a gathering, but a distanced waving and celebrating in our street, our cul-de-sac with the neighbors. And something like this just means a whole lot. So thank you to Ink Monkey for always coming through and being number one in our community. Speaking of graduation, another business we used was these very nicely prepared Go Ducks University of Oregon cupcakes that we handed out with gloves and hand sanitizer to our neighbors as they came by to wish Chase well. But actually, what goes better with Zinfandel than this? Oh wow, really good vanilla cupcakes. These are from Let Them Eat Cake in downtown Davis. I've always adored, even just if I want a little special treat, hopping in there, grabbing a cupcake. Now right now, they don't have those kinds of regular hours, so call in advance to see if they have anything that you can just pick up, but for sure, wonderful bakery for your celebrations. Speaking of celebrating, I want to tell you about a gift that I got for Chase, just a little something, and it comes from, oh my goodness, it comes from a well-stocked home. And I want to talk about a well-stocked home because, as you know, they are they supplied me with my glasses. I bought these glasses, my wine glasses, and this one says, appropriately, because kids. And you know, I mean that in the best way this weekend.
Mommy drinks because of you.
I used to. And now I do it still because I'm so proud. Anyhow, it's always a celebration. But a well-stocked home. Kelly Newsom is a lovely, lovely business owner. She owns that cooperatively with Rosemary Leonardi, who also owns Haven, a boutique next door. And they've made the decision to downsize. So if you've ever been to the store, it's a beautiful store, and they're basically 2 storefronts there. And so she's going down to the smaller one, and they're doing a very big downsizing sale right now. So please support them. It's a beautiful business. I'm so relieved they're not going to close their doors, and they've just decided the best way to get through this is to downsize. So very important to make sure they stay alive. But anyway, these maps were just, I thought, a fun little graduation gift that they advertised on Instagram, which is a lot of how I'm doing my shopping these days, because I'm not quite ready to get out there, you know. But this one is of the world, and this one is of the U.S., and they're scratch maps. And what you can do is you reveal in brightly colored foil where you want to go, or where you've been in the United States or around the world. And then the map also reveals interesting information or landmarks that you should discover in those places. And I just thought, you know, it's a thoughtful thing, it's a fun thing, especially if you have a mind to travel and think about where you want to go when this is all over. So, a well-stocked home, that's in Woodland. Please support them. Okay, more cupcake, please. Remember, let them eat cake. Thank you. So, my interviews this week, very interesting. I try to keep them, you know, current and timely. And so on Monday, I interviewed Zim Cuisine. They are a pop-up restaurant. Usually they are event-based. And because there are no events anymore, they've really been struggling. So there's an interesting interview with them. They didn't get any PPP, but they did start a GoFundMe. They reached their goal, and I'm proud to say that they will be soon appearing in the Davis Farmers Market. So congratulations to Zim Cuisine for all of your hard work, and thank you to the community for coming out and supporting them when the PPP did not. Then we went to Morse Custom Homes and Remodeling, talked to the owner Marty, and he described how people are extending their homes, converting rooms into office spaces, bonus rooms, and so forth. So that's an interesting one about how people are adapting to shelter in place and perhaps long-term view about how they want their homes to feel. Then I visited Davis Fencing Academy, and for all of you parents whose kids are suddenly out of school, there is a day camp for you. Really interesting interview. I learned things I did not know about pentathlons right here in Davis. This is going to be a hub. So be sure to check that interview out because it goes beyond day camps for kids. It's actually quite an exceptional business. And then bike repairs. If you've noticed that there's a waiting list, that the bike shops are really busy, you can go to a newly established bike shop that's getting rave reviews from the bike community, and that is Davis Bikes and Skateboards. And they are right next to the candy store in Davis and right across from Cable Car Wash. Check out that interview with Winston, the owner. He just established last September. No waiting list right now. And then finally, I talked to Lori Prismich today. She's a real estate agent in Davis. Everyone knows Lori. And she is also one of the sponsors of the Davis Communal Art Project, which is hosted by the Downtown Business Association. And so check that out because this is a great time to produce some art. It's a beautiful way to express your feelings about shelter in place and other expressions during this time of hardship. And those submissions are due next Friday. So I talked to Lori about why she is a sponsor, and we also discussed the current status of the real estate market. And that's it for this week. As always, I've been ending by saying that there are additional businesses that close each week. Each week we lose another small, independent, locally owned business in a lot of places, and I'm seeing so many that I follow go out, and it's really hard to see, but I'm also seeing hope in things like Zim Cuisine, which I mentioned earlier. So, for those who are closing, I just want to say this: you may be closed, but you are still awesome. Cheers.